Welcome everyone to another video, and in this video we are going to be doing some more cliffhanger battles. We are using Squawk Dirty to Me, play on Talk Dirty to Me, with AJ, one of the key members of Go Stadium, one of the best shoutcasters in the entire world for Pokemon Go, and his team is Togekiss, Defense Deoxys with Thunderbolt, Bastiodon, Quagsire. He did have Sludge Bomb, but I changed to Earthquake, and then Golbat and Umbreon. So the first matchup is Togekiss versus Razor Leaf. Razor Leaf Tropius. So I did charge up a little bit, just because I knew that the confusions hurt a little bit, but I wanted to get up to that ancient power so that I can have it as a threat in the back later on when shields are down. And then I do farm maybe a little bit too aggressively in this particular situation. Hypno just so tanky, and it looks like he only has Shadow Ball. He might not have like an elemental punch or something, because certainly it would have done a lot more damage, a little bit more damage, not a lot more damage. It probably would have put me into the red by the time it KO'd me, so I probably wouldn't have chose to farm down if that was the case. So now I'm definitely at 100 energy. I'm going to be able to get off 2 foul plays and still have 10 energy residual, and then only need like 4 more snarls to get to a foul play. So looking pretty good in this case. I only have 6 battles in this video. That's why I didn't choose to speed it up, just because, like, you know, we're going to spend some time talking about Cliffhanger. I do think, charm users are a little underrated in, maybe not underrated, maybe coming into prominence, which is opposite of what underrated, but, able to survive, but not able to do enough. That's okay. I'm going to have Togekiss in the back. I'm going to farm up a little bit more, and let's see what he has in the back. And he has a Lugia, which is an interesting pick. And then I'm going to be able to get off a ton of ancient power damage. He has 2 shields, so I do want to burn that second shield. And then I can cleanly hit a Thunderbolt with Togekiss afterwards. So I'm pretty close to this ancient power, so I'm just going to shield. Plus this charm damage is doing a ton of damage. He's also running the Dragon Tail variant, which is worse against fairies. Has like better coverage because less things resist. Less things resist. And then here I get the boost. I'm like, okay, I'm golden. I'm going to shield, and then I'm just going to charm him down so he can't read on what my third Pokemon that I'm potentially going to bring. Togekiss is just so good. When you get that boost, it just becomes this like unstoppable machine. It certainly would have been a little bit closer if he would have had extra sensory on his Lugia, but it's a trade-off. Like Dragon Tail gives you a solid matchup against Altaria, which is probably going to be the second most popular tier 0 pick. Maybe Defense Deoxys, Altaria, and then no tier 0 pick, I think in that order. And then probably Skarmory, Azumarill, Medicham will have pretty similar numbers. So I'm looking at the team, trying to figure out how I want to adjust and adapt. I have my shiny sunglasses Squirtles for some reason still in my inventory, but all good. One day they'll get a community day return. Some more shiny sunglass Squirtles, Blastoise, I mean. So not a great situation for me at all. So I'm just going to build up a little bit of energy, switch out to Umbreon, put a lot of damage into the back, into this Lantern. I do want to shield, hopefully Hydro Pump. It is a Hydro Pump, so it's a great investment on my part of a shield. And then it's going to go a little bit more. Unfortunately, Lantern is so tanky. It's going to be able to survive this foul play. I was actually hoping that he would shield then at least I would get a shield and potentially could farm afterwards. I could have farmed afterwards, but I was a little worried about him getting to a Thunderbolt and me having shield again or whichever. He comes into Lugia. Dragon Tail does much better in this case than Extra Sensory, because Extra Sensory would be double resisted. Dragon Tail is not resisted, is neutral, and he's going to be able to land the Sky Attack. It's not going to do a ton of damage. Umbreon's fairly tanky. So let's see how he plays this out. Alright, he lets it go through. Lugia, so tanky. Hopefully, I kind of over tap. It's not a big deal though. I think it'd probably end up costing me a little bit later, which you'll see in a little bit. It becomes like super, super close. And I land that foul play. He has 2 shields, and he has a Hypno. I was like, great. Oh, man, this is terrible for me. And I try to go for the first shield with this foul play. At this point, I should have switched out. I shouldn't have let him get that free confusion off. And I'm like, not in a great situation. I really need to hit this ancient power. And I wait for it, and he gets energy. So he was a turn ahead of me. If I would have switched out earlier, I would have been able to hit that ancient power. So definitely a mistake on my part. Not really any point in staying in that matchup. Doing 1 snarl damage doesn't mean very much. He is very low health, but as you can see, these counters are not doing very much damage at all. And the Shadow Ball is going to deal super effective damage against me. And I think it's like 5 confusions. And I want to do those Psychic Boosts at the end of the confusion cycle, so I don't shorten the confusion cycle on his part, and then allow him to get it a little sooner. And I think he is 1 confusion away. To be honest, if he would have under tapped that one, he would have got the. I did miss a bubble there, which actually almost ended up costing me. Almost costed me. So pretty lucky to get that one. If he would have under tapped, he would have won. If I would have got to that, if I switched it a little earlier and got that ancient power off on Togekiss, then I would have been in a better position as well. So kind of ebbed and flowed in that particular matchup. So next I'm going against Holden McGroin, one of the top battlers in Toronto. So his request actually canceled, and I think let me just fast forward this a little bit. I think I wait for him, and then I think I actually just sent to him. I lock in the same team. So let's see how we do. So Holden McGroin, Evan, a really great trainer, and he's very like-minded. We lead off with Togekiss, and I think this is his mistake on his part. So clearly he's seeing how much energy is being generated, and he tries to undertap, and because he was trying to undertap, I ended up fading him down his Togekiss. It had nothing to do with IVs. He just literally tried to undertap, and I just fainted him down. So I gained switch advantage. Plus, I have a charge move ready. Hopefully, and I could probably get 1 free charm. He does get like 3 or 4 water guns in, which is good for him, but I'm putting him at like almost half health. And then I know he's thinking about countering my Defense Deoxys. So instead of coming Umbreon, which is probably a little bit more logical matchup against Lantern, I'm going to switch out, predict his Umbreon in the back, and come in with Umbreon on my part. So that's just more so like knowing how he plays against me, especially in the Cliffhanger meta. I know he's always thinking about whenever I have Defense Deoxys, how to necessarily counter it, and Sableye is a wonderful counter against it. So normally against most people, I would bring Umbreon because I feel pretty confident about Defense Deoxys against most people in a 2 or 1 shield matchup. So I'm going to land. What I don't want to do is have my Umbreon faint. So because I didn't shield that first Power Gem, he's going to be able to get me in this particular situation. And I do want to have a shield up because I don't want to get Hydro Pump by Lantern. So it's a slight under tap so they can get that foul play off. And then KO. And then I'm going to force the Lantern in this particular situation to actually do a charge move. Because if it chose to farm me even more, then I would have hit the foul play, and then it would have been GG's there. So at least put it a little closer. But I am 1 counter away from, and then there you go. Almost there you go. And to be honest, if Sableye would have landed another Power Gem against me, maybe it wouldn't have mattered because I still have a shield. Probably wouldn't have mattered. Just doing that prediction on the back end was really my key to victory. And I think I decided to just change it up completely with this team. I can't remember. I want to try something a little different. So I'm going to start off with Bastiodon. I think I go Quagsire. Togekiss Quagsire. Quagsire for the Lantern. Bastiodon for Togekiss. So it comes a pretty even matchup. I do have to basically just avoid the Hydro Pump, which would do a ton of damage. But it's like depends on how you play it out. It could be in favor of Lantern. Lantern has a huge upside in this matchup. And I thought about switching. Yeah, the Hydro Pump would KO me at this range. So I decide to shield. He baits me with that Thunderbolt, which is going to save him 20 energy. Even if that Thunderbolt landed, it probably would KO. Maybe not, actually. He decides to tank it. And then I could shield and maintain switch advantage. Which would have been okay. I'm going to choose to farm up with this Quagsire. And I'm pretty close to a charge move. And he comes with Vigoroth. I think I choose the Stone Edge. And I come with Togekiss. I don't know, if going after the shield, because Togekiss is very squishy. This Body Slam is going to do a ton of damage. And I'm going to have to burn a shield. Which I do so in this particular case. And that's going to fade him down. And I'm pretty sure he has Sableye in the back. And he does. And I'm debating whether or not I actually need a charge move. Doing the charge move is safer. Because if I had something else besides Quagsire in the back that actually did a little bit more damage, then I would be comfortable just try to charm it down. Because I would have put it into the red, but Mudshots don't do a ton of damage, so I do need to do a charge move to finish off this Sableye. And I really should have undertapped. And I actually wasn't sure if I would survive in this particular matchup, but I end up surviving with a sliver of health. Thank goodness for this, weird face mud boy. I guess most of the mud boys have pretty weird faces. Um, you know, Quagsire kind of that. I don't want to say it. You guys can say it. Then Wishcash with that overly happy face, and then Swampert with a very serious face, and then that's Marshtomp having that kind of playful, kidful face, which is appropriate. We're going against Zero Requiem, one of my friends from where's he from? Sweden or Switzerland? Okay, Sweden. I want to guess. Apologize if I get it wrong. All right, leading with Bastodon into Mew. Likely his Mew is carrying Dragon Claw Wild Charge, which is probably the most popular moveset, or with Psyshock. And I'm like way slow to switch. I have no idea why. And I'm just gonna tank this. Just tank it because like Mud Bomb, it is super effective, but it's not a super strong move. And I come in with Togekiss. And I do have to worry about the Blizzard. These charms are doing a significant amount of damage. And I shield, hoping that I'm shielding a Blizzard. I end up shielding a Mud Bomb. And then I'm going to have to double shield. I'm already pretty invested. I could let it go down, but I prefer it not to. Just because, like, this charm is going to do a lot of damage to whatever Pokemon comes in. And really, I don't know. I'm going to Ancient Power. It's a Lowland Muck, which these charms are going to do neutral damage. He's going to do super effective damage with these poison jabs. But you can see, just because I built up so much energy on this Togekiss, I'm going to be able to land this Ancient Power. Debatable. I think at some point in time he actually had a charge move ready, but was trying to farm. He really should have burned some energy rather than risking it. Comes back with Mew. Feel pretty comfortable in this matchup. Yes, my Bastodon is way lower health. But unless he's carrying Grass Knot or I don't even know, not even Grass Knot, Surf maybe? I don't know what would be its best move. Does it know any ground moves? Probably not. Or else I feel like that would be a popular option. Like if it carried Earthquake or Earth Power. So it goes with Wild Charge, doesn't KO. And then I'm gonna come in Quagsire. If he had Grass Knot, then it would be really good here. But he doesn't. I'm just going to be able to land like an Earthquake or something to be able to KO. These Quagsire with these new... I know AJ likes to run Sludge Bomb. And I get why he wants to run Sludge Bomb for Azumarill. But I just don't think we're going to see a ton of Azumarills. Maybe in some winning lineups. Because they'll identify the fact that a lot of lineups are weak to Azumarill. Uh, 6 more minutes of battles. I'm pretty sure this is the last battle. So I'm pretty sure this is the last one. Because this one takes a little while. Right, what am I going to pick? I think I lead with Deoxys in this one. Can't remember. Nope, I lead with Togekiss. All right, let's go. Let's see how Togekiss, Bastodon, and Umbreon do as a line. I'm weak to counter users in the back, but I don't think he even has a counter user. to decide and to pick teams. What lines of 6 are you guys running? Let me know down in the comment section below. So we're leading with Togekiss against Wishcash. I am going to have to shield, but generally like pretty okay matchup. This Charm is doing a ton of damage. He switches out to Lapras. I'm a little slow on the switch, and I switch out to Bastiodon. And I think it was on the Go Stadium stream. It was definitely on the Go Stadium stream where they showed that, where they said that Lapras has a positive matchup against Protopass, which actually I was like shocked that actually that was the case, just because Bastiodon has like against Ice Shard Lapras, because Bastiodon is a pretty positive matchup against Lapras, but Protopass being that much less tanky does result in that particular matchup. And I want to be at pretty low health because I don't want this Wishcash to farm me too much. So I just did the charge move right before he had access surf. He could surf, then I would just shield probably, and then have a charge move ready for Wishcash. So we end up like in similar situations, just with fewer shields, which actually would favor him because I switch it to Togekiss. Because even if he has a Muck at Togekiss counter, I'm still like okay with that matchup. Alolan Muck versus Togekiss, as I experienced in my Twilight Cup in Seattle, where people were bringing Clefable against my Muck. So he brings out Tropius, good matchup for me, just because I resist those Razor Leafs, and he doesn't resist the Charm, and as well this Ancient Power is going to deal super effective damage against the flying type of Tropius. He ends up shielding. It would be amazing if I could get one more off, and I can't, so I'm just going to let it go, I'm pretty sure. Or do I shield? I let it go. And then a little mistake on my part. I come in with Bastiodon thinking I could take out this Tropius, but this Tropius actually just farms me down, and I think I end up shielding against this Tropius, just because like then I kind of like force his hand to go for Blizzards on his Wishcash, just because that's like the higher DP move, but I'm not necessarily sure the best move, just because it depends on if, for example, you can get off like 3 Mud Bombs as opposed to like 1 Blizzard and 1 Blizzard. So I kind of like in this case it's like pretty much over. I could survive like 4 Mud Bombs in this case. Blizzard does like a pretty decent chunk, as you can see. Like even with 50% more of that Blizzard, I still would survive. So I could survive up to 3, and then the 4th one would KO me, but it would be like way too late at that point in time. So anyways, that's the video. That should be all the matches. So if you guys like more or want to see more Cliffhanger content, let me know by giving this video a thumbs up, comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see everyone in the next video. And thanks, AJ, for the team.